All right, the war for mobile payments is on. Google Pay versus Apple Pay versus Samsung Pay. Who's winning? Well, guess what? It's none of them. Starbucks mobile payments has more active users than any of those services. Actually, 1.4 million user lead over Apple Pay, which is in second place. So the big question here is, how can Starbucks, a single company, have more mobile payment users than a service like Google Pay or Apple Pay, which can be used at a bunch of different locations? Well, Don Richard, product manager, revenue products at Verizon, gave us some insights, and I want to add a little bit to that. The first thing that he pointed out was that Starbucks has a daily use case, so a really high frequency, which enables the habit much more. Most Starbucks users go to their favorite coffee location on a daily basis, which gives them a daily reason to use that app and those mobile payments. Now, that's really important when building a habit. Now, most people might look at Google and Apple Pay as a daily use case as well, but once again, they're spread across a bunch of different locations. So somebody might go somewhere that has Google Pay, but not on a daily basis. So they're a little bit at a disadvantage there. The second big thing that Don talked about is being able to reinforce that habit. Now, Starbucks has the extra advantage where they have the loyalty service as well as the power to reinforce that habit with kind of physical cues and triggers within their store and other mechanisms. Google and Apple Pay don't have that much control over the experience, so they're unable to use those physical cues. Now, this is really important because we have to think about the delta of the new experience, mobile payments, over what the alternative is, which for most people is just whipping a credit card out of the wallet. It is a better experience, but that delta is pretty small. And so as a result, you have to be able to reinforce that habit in multiple ways. The third thing is that Starbucks can provide a ubiquity, consistent experience, right? It makes it easier to adopt and once again, reestablish that habit on the surface. So a bunch of really important lessons about habit building and usage. It should be really interesting to see how this plays out over time. Google, Apple Pay might get more control over the experience, might get more network effects, increase that daily use case, but we'll see what happens. If you have any questions about this topic, leave them in the comments. Otherwise, check out more content at reforge.com/brief.